you guys had an adventure this weekend, and I have a one's gotta go pertaining to it. We have.
Oh, this is the easiest thing in my life.
Really?
What?
I thought there would at least be a toss-up for you between
the
two.
absolute easiest.
Well, I'll read them out. We have one's got to go. Jeff Jarrett, Hulk Hogan, Jeff Hardy, and then Goldberg.
Oh, I didn't know that was Double J.
That's Double J.
I'm still easy.
All right, what's your answer?
If Hogan don't get the out of here, if Hogan.
All right, so maybe
no, that wasn't even. That was the better one of the 2-man power trip.
Right.
No.
So
No.
maybe I'm missing something. I don't understand.
Hogan's knows best. TNA, not TNA, but TNA. Hogan's running TNA. The finger poke of doom.
I did miss out on the finger poke.
WCW.
I love
Eric Bischoff.
All right, so I can't slander almost any of that. Maybe the finger poke of doom.
That's fine.
But I can't slander WCW because I got Hollywood, which gave me NWO. So absolutely not.
That was the Outsiders. I give that to Nash and the bad guy.
No.
I don't give that.
The Outsiders and NWO are two holistically different things.
Barely. They had the same color scheme with Wolfpack.
And I don't give any credit to Wolfpack. I think Wolfpack was them abusing something that was good just so they can keep it rolling. NWO is great. The fact that people still wear NWO shirts to this day says a lot more than it should. I think NWO, just the logo alone, is up there with like what shirts. They ain't going nowhere.
That's fine. Hogan's could still.
Nah, I can't get rid of Hogan. Not the real American. Not
I can name
Hulkamania.
you so many more NWO members I mess with above Hulk Hogan.
I feel like there would barely be an NWO.
Throw the Steiners in there. I
all
Steiners
right, now you're tweaking. I'm not finna let you just blaspheme.
I'll take bad Sting. I'll take fake Sting over
I'll take
Hogan.
no Sting. I should have put Sting on here. Actually.
Oh,
actually, I
Sting
should have
would
put
be so
Sting.
protected.
I'm just gonna say that. Like, I'm just gonna say Sting in general. I could have lived my entire life.
You don't know that Sting had a better career than the Undertaker is a little crazy.
It's crazy the fact that somebody will defend Sting over Undertaker. I think that's blasphemy. See, sometimes I be wondering about you. Like, I get it.
Especially the AEW run. That was way. I'm sorry. Did you see that travesty of a DX versus NWO? That was before Triple H even got in power, and he was already shucking and jiving.
Right.
Yeah, no, sorry. Vitamins.
I can't. I couldn't. I'm surprised you didn't go Jeff Jarrett first.
No, I'd rather take him, his midge, and his guitar than.
So.
And he hates the New Day. Who the hates the New Day? Hogan.
If I'm not mistaken, so does Mark Henry.
What? Mark Henry hated the pastor gimmick. Everybody hated the pastor gimmick.
Pastor gimmick for who?
The New Day. The New Day was a church gimmick the first 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Everybody hated that.
Yeah,
but it was real life because Big E's a preacher's kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I mean, it makes sense, but no, I understand it. I can get rid of.
I ain't gonna lie.
Whole list.
The whole list could go for me.
Yeah. Jeff Hardy's the only one I would consider saving.
But Jeff Hardy is a danger to himself. Yeah. So we should get rid of him to save himself.
To save himself, yeah. No, that's exactly what I was thinking. Goldberg was hands down.
Goldberg is probably the least egregious, but then there's also him taking the belt off the Fiend. And just no.
Yeah. I was always a Goldberg fan, 100%. But as somebody who enjoys wrestling in general, I can also understand where the gimmick was better than the talent. You know what I mean? I love Goldberg the gimmick. I wish he just
I hate that as far as wrestling, Jeff Jarrett is the best on his list. I hate that. Jeff was more into acrobatics. Goldberg was a football player.
A powerhouse.
And Hogan was a character.
Yeah.
As far as actual technical, Jeff was probably the most technical on his list.
Jeff Hardy or Jarrett?
Jarrett.
I don't know.
I'm sorry. When did you see a technical Hardy match? Maybe when they fought each other.
I was going to say when they fought each other.
I doubt it.
No, very technical back then. Again, it's more so when Jeff is clean, Hardy. When Jeff Hardy is clean, he's goated.
Yeah.
It's just how often is he clean? Right. It's just far and few between. Although I did love the Another Me era in TNA. That was incredible. Again, just thoroughly on drugs, and I wish he was off.
Shout out to Willow.
Willow's incredible. Willow gets no love because he was put out when he was high. This is like the only one I would still, if I could just save him from himself, Hardy shouldn't even be on this list. But Hardy has given me so much hope and then dashed my hopes immediately.
I feel like I gotta respect Jared more after what we experienced.
I'm still not.
After what we experienced.
No. See, I love that you have flipped, and
I have not.
No,
I'm just not picking him out of this list.
No, I almost still would pick him out of this list.
No, Hogan gotta go. Current Hogan gotta go. Every Hogan gotta go.
Maybe that's just me. I don't understand the Hogan slander. I truly don't understand the Hogan slander at all.
Hogan would slander you if he was in the room with you. What the fuck are you talking about?
Just because he might be slightly racist and got I don't care. I'm racist. What the fuck do I care?
That's exactly true. Y'all both dislike. Y'all probably get along. You like vitamins too.
I do. I don't like them, but I will take them. I will take them because they're necessary. Yeah, I can't get rid of Hogan. There's no way.
That's fine. So you're getting rid of Jarrett?
I'm probably getting rid of Jarrett.
That's fine.
Because I not spoil what comes next, but there's been no moment in history where I watch Jarrett walk out and be like, yes, here we go.
No.
That has never happened.
Never.
It's never happened.
Never, ever.
There's never been a match that I'm like, oh, that Jarrett match, by the way? Never happened.
Other than the one we saw, I can't name you a Jarrett match. And he got the piss kicked out of him into that one.
So I'm like, why? I can't defend Jarrett because I don't like him.
I genuinely don't like Jarrett either.
So I'm like, I don't even understand how anybody else likes him. Even with the hatred towards Hulk Hogan, there is a group of people who still love
Hogan. Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, there's at least a love base for him.
Yeah.
I love Goldberg. I hate the wrestler Goldberg, but the gimmick Goldberg is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And Hardy, I love because
love
that's entirely my childhood.
Yeah.
So I can defend each one of
Everybody
them.
but Jarrett.
I can't defend Jarrett. I don't care if you put a gun to my head. I can't say, well, at least he had that El Kabong move. Like, I don't really care. His whole character base is based off of a cartoon.
Yes.
That did better.
That don't get no love. Shout out to El Kabong.
El Kabong's dope. But other than that, I can't.
Shout out to Hanna-Barbera.
Honestly,
they
don't give enough
even
love.
with what's that? They had a whole Boomerang. With Boomerang, they don't get enough love because that's not even with every provider. Bring back Boomerang.
Oh no,
because then they just bring back Dexter.
Yeah.
Dexter pop up girls net.
No,
then I'd be pissed off.
No, let's not do that, please. So yeah, no, I'm putting Jeff Jarrett because thoroughly I can't defend him.
Yes, but most of my dislike for Jarrett is just indifference for Jarrett. My dislike of Hogan is higher than my indifference of Jarrett.
Well, maybe we'll have to save that for an actual conversation.
I get real mad when I see Jeff Jarrett on my TV screen, but I also get real mad when I see Jay Lethal on my TV screen.
Yeah, you hate Jay Lethal more than I. I don't know why.
Jay Lethal to me is just you just hit you just hit square a bunch of times on the character creation.
Yeah, no, he's definitely
and then gimmick infringement. Like that's it.
Yeah, that's kind of his character. His character is the fan of wrestling who's now a wrestler. I kind of always felt that about Jay Lethal. He was such a big fan, so then when he showed up, he didn't know how to just be himself. He always was just, I love everything that everybody does. I'm so grateful to be here.
No one has ever explained that to me like that, and it helps. Honestly, I won't lie to you. That helps.
Yeah, no, at least that's how I felt about it. I don't know if that's what he is, but that's how I always seen him.
That actually helps a little bit with me.
It's like the meter came down just a smidge.
Yeah.
Okay. At least I could do that for you. So shout out to Jay Lethal. I did love the woo-off between him and Ric Flair. I thought that was hilarious.
I'm not mad at the lethal injection. He has a crazy moveset.
Yeah.
It's just I don't want to hear you talk.
No. Unless he's doing a bit, I kind of don't like him much, but all of his bits are hilarious to me. Every time he's throwing a bit out, it's funny.
All right, got to start the show. What is your one has to go?
Jeff Jarrett for me, 100%. I can't. Mostly because I can't defend him.
24-inch pythons. Get him out of here.
Cool. Let's start the show.
Thank you. Hit my theme music.
Spray.
Welcome back to another episode of the Nonsense Podcast. I happen to be FNBob, the show host, the hostess with the mostest, the FN CEO, the habitual line stepper, and all the other things that no one cares about. With me, as always, is Henny.
I am HEN. Yeah. VIN. Yeah. CIBLE. That's me. AKA future effing heavyweight champion. Yeah.
Oh, that quick, huh? We'll see. We shall see. And we had a name for the card. I forgot what it was. I thought it was FWF or something like that. We had a logo and everything already pre-done.
Mm-hmm.
Well, whatever. But how you doing today?
I am well.
Are you?
Have you ever been whelmed?
Just
like,
whelmed?
Not underwhelmed,
yeah.
overwhelmed.
Just whelmed. You know, people still get mad at that. Like, they're actively mad at that being a turn of phrase. And I'm just like, I don't know.
I got that from Teen Titans. Wait, was it Teen Titans? No, I got that from Young Justice.
Oof. I don't think I've watched Young Justice enough to actually remember a line of dialogue.
It was like the first episode.
Yeah. that should tell you something in a weird sense. Not that it's a bad show, just not memorable. And I can't really think of a great memorable moment. And I know I
watched it faithfully. I could think of some.
Okay. I watched a handful. Nothing real. Like, the characters were memorable, but the storylines weren't. Mm-hmm. But I tell you this, though. Remember a good handful of Teen Titans Go. That show is better than anybody wants to give it credit for.
How are you doing? I'm not putting over Teen Titans Go. I'm sorry.
Why not?
Teen Titans Go is ridiculousness for Cartoon Network now. I'm good.
But let me rephrase. How about this? Have you actually watched the show itself?
Yes.
And you have what gripe against it, other than it being on too often?
It's not Teen Titans.
I'm sorry.
I didn't want comedy Teen Titans. I wanted Teen Titans.
Which was half comedy. Maybe people don't remember the show. The original Teen Titans was also funny.
It was funny. It wasn't a comedy show.
I can 50-50 on that.
Batman Beyond had funny moments. It wasn't a comedy series.
Yeah, but Batman Beyond was too dark for its own damn good.
Teen Titans Go was Teen Titans was a little dark.
It was a little dark. Batman Beyond
Tara died.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it wasn't serious situation. To me, I put Teen Titans along with Avatar.
Oh.
Like, Avatar both had great funny moments and then moments that were serious.
Yeah.
Whereas people didn't want to mix the two, so they made Teen Titans Go to be like, you know, that comedy part you love, let's just hold on to that.
I felt like Avatar was just a lot more like actually, like, if you look it up, I feel like Avatar will actually have comedy on it, but maybe not.
No, Avatar was hilarious. I feel like if they ever went to that level of
like
glorifying it.
No, I mean like when they like describe when they try to genre the show, I feel like it's animation and comedy versus like Teen Titans.
No,
maybe not.
I don't think so. I think it was same. I think it was very similar, where it's just like it was close to a 50-50 split, and then that has nothing to do with nothing. By the way, welcome back to the Nonsense Podcast. I brought snacks. I have freshly made snacks for you, and I would like for you to try one, actually. They look pretty.
Yes.
If nothing else. I won't say I made them. Kelly helped. Kelly did most of the work. I just cooked them.
Like a little wetty.
Did you get one?
What the bumper clock? It's delicious, but I'm not entirely sure. Is this a polymerization?
Of what? A fusion is what he was saying. For those at home who don't play Yu-Gi-Oh.
It feels like a donut plus something.
No, it's just a donut. We just made donuts. They just happen to be slightly healthier than your average donut.
Uh-huh. So what's the truth?
We just put sweet potato in it. That's all.
And a little bit of Hennessy.
Just a little bit. Like a half a cup or two. Not bad.
Oh, amazing.
Since YouTube said we can't technically drink on the show. Drinking on the show is bad. They didn't say shit about consuming food that happens to have alcohol in it.
Maybe you should not have said that on the episode. No.
Nope, they can't get me. They said no drinking on the episode. I didn't put any alcohol. We ain't drinking anything.
Just this delicious.
That's all. It just happens to be delicious.
Fresca.
It's all right. So anyway.
Oh my God. What did y'all do to the donut holes? The donut holes are completely different. But golly.
What? Are they bad? They good?
No. Bussin'. Is that the shit on the bottom?
Maybe it's just the syrup kicking in.
God damn. Bumper clap.
There you go. For the audio listeners, finger looking good 100% because he ain't stopped.
Everything busting. Where the money?
So on the secondary note, with pleasure comes interesting adventures. Mm-hmm. So we have decided to go to a wrestling show, or I went to my first wrestling show.
Bob's first wrestle.
I will gratefully say it was not bad at all.
So this past week, AEW, they had Dynamite Beach Break, sponsored by Shark Week. Shout out to all the ladies. You know, I know that's a difficult time, but but yeah, the episode was sponsored by Shark Week by Discovery, and we saw Dynamite live, but we also there for the recording of Rampage, which comes on Fridays. So if you watched Rampage and you heard some really dumb chants during the main event, yo.
You know, that was all you. Hopefully it came through.
Hopefully it came through. It might be real fake, but I know I'm gonna look for it. But yes.
And we caught one match worth of Ring of Honor.
Yes. Where the hometown girl won. Shout out to Sky Blue.
Did she?
So yes, let me run down the card. It was started out with Pac versus Bryan Danielson. Neville versus Daniel Bryan for the WWE originals.
Right. That's sad.
Getting to see, how'd you feel seeing Danielson? Because you've always messed with Danielson. How did you feel
from the beginning
seeing Danielson live?
He's getting old. That's all I can keep thinking of. He's getting old.
But you can't tell that much though. Like old, but still better than everybody else.
It's hard to say, but yeah.
He's
better than I expected. I'll put it that way.
A lot of it is selling.
Yeah.
He at this stage in his career, you know, I don't know if you know, but this is his last full year wrestling. So he basically just wants to put everybody over.
Yeah, I remember when he was talking about that.
So he Pac beat the shit out of him a little bit. Like it was looking like Pac might win.
Yeah, no, it really did.
But I think that's just Danielson's amazing selling and wanting to put people over.
Yeah, no. He did a good job at it, though.
You can put people over and defeat. You can lose and still get over.
Yeah,
for
no,
sure,
definitely.
For sure.
No, he definitely did that.
We'll talk about that in the main event. But yeah, the other on the card, Mercedes had her celebration. Oh yeah, we gotta talk about that. So Britt Baker returned, and Britt Baker returned. She's feuding with Mercedes Moné, who is Sasha Banks, in the middle of her promo, talking about all of the injuries she went through in the past 10 months.
Stroke.
She had a mini stroke. And then Mercedes just had everybody build up her championship celebration around her while she was still in the ring. I had never seen that, but goddamn, that's funny.
No, it was hilarious. 100% hilarious. And my thought process was, why didn't you leave? Like, you just chose to be in there.
She had something to say still.
I guess. They
had a whole face-off.
I know. I watched it after the fact because I was too busy worrying about getting my Shaq's Big Chicken.
Yes, we got Shaq Big Chicken for the first time.
So
better than Raising Cane's, I'll say.
I think everything's better than Raising Cane. Let's be realistic here. Let's put no slander on any other. I'd rather eat like Bumbleclot chicken nuggets before I eat Raising Cane's ever again. That sauce won't save you. I'm sorry.
No. And damn sure not the fries.
No. But nah. I don't care what she said after the fact because I watched the whole thing after the fact, and I'm just like, look, you can't get interrupted talking about your stroke. Mind you, personally, her whole speech was boring as hell.
Wow.
I don't care. It was boring. Like it took
there was some real assholes next to us. That was what chanting her through her injury speech.
I would have.
That's crazy.
I would have. Cause
she had a stroke.
I don't care. Hurry up.
Wow.
You can have I had injury speech, but you better go through it quickly. And she set it up to be a long speech. As soon as she said, let's talk about the past, present, and future. As soon as I heard that, I'm like, I'm finna go get some food.
You did say that. I'm finna go get some chicken.
Like, this finna take a minute. We had enough time to go get, just concession stand food. So we had enough time to get in line, get up, walk away, go in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Which you then politely, which I'm never gonna live
yeah.
Politely ask for fried chicken, which is
so he's not lying.
No.
When she said past, present, and future, he was like, all right, I'm finna go get some chicken.
I immediately did the SpongeBob. I'm just letting you know. I was finna head out. And
I was hungry. So I was like, you know what? I'll go get some chicken too. Because I had never seen Shaq's Big Chicken. I'd never even heard of it. Speaking for self, I'm a United Center kid.
Yeah.
And AEW this week was at the Wintrust. So I don't know where the hell the stands is at, but we did walk past this white dude who had some chicken. So I didn't want to interrupt the man meal, but I also didn't want to go the wrong way. So I said, "Excuse me, sir." I felt, the latchkey kids who was at the soup line, like, "Man, have some more."
Yeah.
That's how I, bro. "Excuse me, sir. May you help us find the chicken?"
All I'm saying is, if I had the sound effect ready, I would have played the Uncle Ruckus thing immediately. I'm not. There's one thing I'm not finna do, and it's go to a white dude and ask where the chicken be.
He had it on him.
I don't care. I'm gonna find another black man. I don't care what it is. I was finna find another
we was
black
the
man.
only black people in line when we got there.
And then I'll walk around.
White people was going crazy off that chicken.
It's the Wintrust. It would have taken us all of 5 minutes to walk the entirety of that building.
Wow. We was still trying to watch a show.
I know. And I was still trying to miss the rest of that conversation. Her stroke session was giving me a stroke.
Yo.
I don't know AEO from. I said her
session is
her
crazy.
Stroke session. I don't know.
But yeah, we found the chicken. It was delicious.
It was on point. It was on point. I enjoyed it. Got me some Nashville hot. But no, I was not finna listen to Strokey's fucking last stand. I don't really care.
That wasn't even like the main point.
But she should have hurried up.
The thing. The point was to set
up
up the match between the two of them in London.
I know what it was trying to do. All I'm saying is all I heard was I'm not okay, but I'm gonna be okay. I'm not okay. Still not okay. I'm okay though, and I'm gonna be okay today. Shut up. Shut up. Some people shouldn't get promos.
Wow,
and I feel like that was a waste of 5 minutes.
She just came back
and she should have
on
just
Sunday.
That's crazy.
And that was Wednesday. Like, come on, dog.
She should have sped through that. I'm sorry. I hadn't heard a minute promos. And that was by far one of the longest, most boring promos I've ever heard in my life. I'd rather listen to Scott Steiner do math than listen to her talk about her strokes.
Scott Steiner do math is a national treasure. That's not fair.
I know it hurt my brain every time I hear it.
We saw a triple tap out in the 6-man.
Yeah.
That was actually pretty cool. You got so so like we're like an hour and a half into the show.
Right.
And there's a tournament going on in AEW. The winner gets a world title shot at Wembley.
Mm-hmm.
Big show coming up in August. And now it was time for Jeff Jarrett's match.
Which I was already disappointed because it was a mystery opponent.
So I knew Jeff Jarrett was wrestling. Well, no, I didn't know Jeff Jarrett was going to be on that episode. But I knew Jeff Jarrett was wrestling, and I knew the wild card. And I know that they had just did a vignette for Hangman like a week ago.
Okay.
So I assumed Hangman was going to be the wild card.
Right.
He got beef with Swerve going back. It was
I'm not against it. I wasn't saying I'm against it, but you screwed up. Because you hyped me up by accident. You was like, it is Shark Week. And I ain't seen Shark Boy working.
Apparently they did have Shark Boy.
Did they?
Apparently, Shark Boy introed the broadcast, but we didn't. Physically see Shark Boy.
You upset me now.
I think he was part of the lead-in. Yeah,
I'm upset now. I love me some Shark Boy, man, and that's the fishing line, cause Shark Boy said so.
They had shark fins in the crowd too.
I know, and I would have gladly had one.
No, you know what? Actually, so Hangman Page was the wild card.
Against
I would have had him coming just to even solidify the heel turn even more. I would have had Shark Boy's music hit, and then come whoop Shark Boy ass first, and then go whoop Jarrett ass.
I would have loved that.
I would have loved that.
That would have been great.
The misdirect in Chicago would have went crazy.
I would have
no. So Hangman beat the shit out of Jarrett.
Thank you.
Rightfully, as he should have.
Yeah.
But then something weird happened. Something weird that disturbed me to my bones.
Disturbed you? I have nightmares about it still. Like, it actually upsets me.
To this day, I don't know how to feel. People on the internet are defending it, and I think it's disgusting. Jeff Jarrett got a babyface reaction. Like, it was Jeff Jarrett chants all around the Wintrust. JEFF was over in Chicago. I don't know how. They were going crazy for every time he was trying. So I don't know Jeff Jarrett's move set except for the move that Miz does now.
Oh yeah, whack ass.
He calls it the like final stroke or something. I don't know.
Like, I wish he would have a stroke.
Wow.
Wish him and that other chick would have had a stroke together.
Love you, Britt Baker. So yes, so that's why he kept trying to put on the sharpshooter for Owen.
Oh, is that all it was?
And I did not know that until I watched the podcast about it. I was like, maybe y'all should have mentioned that. Because I just thought it was part of his moveset. I didn't know. I don't fucking double check who does the sharpshooter.
Does a sharpshooter, so I don't really care. That's not like, oh.
So Sean did it to piss off Brett. I have no idea why Rock does it.
Because Rock is a biter. Did I stutter? I felt like internet just hated me for a solid second. I'm sorry.
Cesaro did the sharpshooter because he was partnering with Tyson Kidd, and then Tyson Kidd got injured, so he just continued to do the sharpshooter.
Right.
But yeah, no, I've been needing like references, shit like that. Like, but anyway.
I don't like Owen Hart. I don't like any of the Harts. I'm just gonna say that real quick before we get too far, so then people can thoroughly dislike me. I am, mind you, I'm very zen this season. I am chill, But it seems like I've done everything to
But-
make sure people hate me consistently. Yeah, I never liked Owen Hart. I've never liked Bret Hart. I despise Bret Hart, actually. There's nothing
What
about...
about the British Bulldog? He adjacent.
There was nothing cool about British Bulldog either. He just existed. I don't even... Like, the era where he was, like, on top, I don't understand why. Like,
Because he was British with box braids.
Congratulations, I guess.
Yeah, micros in the 90s.
Yeah. Sure, let's do that, because then maybe we can not talk about Jeff Jarrett.
No, that's the...
Goodbye. See you soon. Welcome back to the Nonsense Podcast. I still happen to be Bob. I still dislike Jeff Jarrett and the Hearts, and you happen to be here too.
I still dislike Jeff Jarrett as well.
You sure about that?
Yes. I was not part of the thank you, Jarrett. We got thank you, Jarrett chants after he got his ass kicked. Like, one, he's not retiring. And two, what are y'all thanking him for?
Yeah, like
what are y'all actually thanking him for? Are you thanking him for hitting a midge with a guitar? Are you thanking him for that god awful Global Force Wrestling arc of TNA?
Oh. Did that not
Are you thankful for Slapnuts? Like, what are you what were you everybody that was in the Win Trust, what were you thanking Jeff for? Like, please let me know.
I actually want to know. Like, I've been on the internet searching for reasons.
Like,
other than the fact that people wanted him to win that match. Like, they want him to win a tournament in general.
They wanted him, first of all, if Jeff Jarrett would have walked his old ass into Wembley, I'd have turned off the show. And I love AEW. I'd have turned that shit off so fast. And watch he still be on the pre-show or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, no. I personally rescind the thank yous that they gave you, Jeff. On behalf of Chicago, I'm taking the thank yous back.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I can't name you a match other than the one I saw in live.
I know he had beef with Kurt Angle in TNA. I think he fucked his wife or something.
Oh, yeah. Karen Angle.
Yeah. But even then, I'm just like, that makes me despise
She
him
was
more.
there.
Was she?
Yeah, that was the woman.
Ew.
That was Karen Jarrett. Karen Angle.
Yeah, no, so that doesn't help the fact that you stole a good man's wife. I mean, but thank you, because she was also terrible.
If she got stole, was she good?
No. And I still respect Kurt Angle. So no, there's nothing. There's not a redeeming quality for Jeff Jarrett in his entire history of wrestling.
Shout out Kabong.
Except for losing, he hasn't lost his hair. He is the only blonde wrestler that
no.
is not. But I'm sure that's hair plugs. At this point, I know it's hair plugs.
I don't know. Because he be getting his ass kicked, and that should be intact. Maybe just good genes. How old is Jeff Jarrett? Old as hell is how old he is.
Yeah, if he's under 50, I'd be surprised.
Ain't no way he's younger than Jericho. Jericho's 54.
I don't know, man. And I'm speaking of people that should retire and die. I'm thoroughly on the side of Chris Jericho taking off too. Mind you, I'm a Jericho fan. I would love for people to remember that too. I've been Y2J since 2000.
So one of my favorite parts of taking someone to their first wrestling show is hearing them say, "Damn, I miss commentary." Yes. No, you do not hear commentary. But he was also happy that we couldn't hear commentary when Jericho went to the commentary table.
Yeah, 100%. As soon as he walked off, I'm like, well, at least we ain't got to hear him for the rest of the night.
Yeah, but he also kicked out Taz.
Yeah.
I was pissed.
No, I am too, but...
Taz left for the rest of the night.
Yeah, for the entirety of the night.
But his son also got injured, so, maybe...
So that's what it was?
Not real life injured, but...
I thought that's what it was.
You saw them shoot a fireball at him?
Yeah, I thought you meant, like, legit something happened, and then that's why he left.
Your boy is 56.
Okay.
That's still not old enough. That's not old enough. I need Jeff Jarrett to go away for life. Like, I wouldn't mind. Like, this is how much I hate Jeff Jarrett. I would like to find out that he was on Epstein's Island. Wow. So I had just a new reason to dislike him.
That's crazy. That was off the wall, no Michael Jackson.
Like, if somebody was just like, yeah, he was on Epstein's Island, like, I wouldn't even be surprised. I'm like, yeah, he's a terrible person.
I don't know nothing about him as a person. I feel
like nobody can act that terrible and then not have a little bit of douchebaggery in their system. Like, I act terrible, and there's also some douchebaggery that goes with my actual human character. I just turned it up to 1,000 when I show up behind the camera. Jeff is more of a dickhead than I'll ever be. You can't tell me he's not like baseline, like an asshole at least. Like he has to be baseline asshole.
Okay, for non-wrestling people, what did this man do? Why
He
do you hate him
exists.
so much?
He just exists.
Exist and slapped a disabled. It continuously hit a disabled person
Yeah,
over
because
the
I always
head.
thought it was a one-off with him and Beetlejuice. That was like an entire thing with him.
Yeah.
Not the mayor Beetlejuice, by the way. The actual disabled midget.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have to clean it. Little person. I apologize. The little person with Beetlejuice. He continuously hit him over the head with a guitar.
Yeah. And carries the guitar to this day.
Why though?
I don't know.
It's such a weird thing. I don't know why he was beefing with him. Anybody ever beefs with, I never understood why he even has a beef with him, except for the fact that he wants to stay relevant. He doesn't, like you said, he doesn't have a move set. He doesn't have like a spectacular in-ring style that I'm just like, oh, I'm so glad I watched him. I'd rather watch the local dude that we watch get beat up in 30 seconds.
GPA.
I'd rather watch 20 more of his matches than watch another Jeff Jarrett match. I'm like so upset that I left when she was talking about her stroke to go get you. I should have left with Jeff Jarrett's match, but I also would have missed
Jeff Jarrett
getting his ass beat. So it's like a 50-50. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I hate Jeff Jarrett. I just hate Jeff Jarrett. I hate Jeff
I feel
Jarrett
like
almost.
That's more so like a testament to this heel Hangman persona.
Yeah.
That he beat him into a babyface reaction.
No, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. I can hate two people simultaneously. I was having, because that's the difference. Like most heels, I have fun disliking. I enjoyed disliking, John Cena.
Yeah.
I enjoyed.
He wasn't a heel.
John Cena was a heel in the beginning.
Oh yeah, okay. I thought you were just like,
Thuganomics
we
was a
did
heel.
not. We didn't like him, but he was trying.
Right.
Like,
Thuganomics, I enjoyed disliking him.
love Thuganomics. I didn't even dislike him with Thuganomics. I was with him.
You crazy.
Yo. I'll listen.
No, shut up. I enjoyed hating him, the Rock era when Rock came
clean
back.
rap.
That was cool to shit on the Fruity Pebbles shirts. I thought that was fun. But yeah, I enjoyed disliking Chris
Rock
Jericho.
was the heel in that.
Yeah, but again, you can't take the Attitude Era watcher and then say, oh, now you have to hate The Rock. I always hated The Rock. What else is new? Which I always tell people, tell me the moment when The Rock was the babyface. Because he was never babyface. He was always a heel.
I do know there was a time.
Nope.
Hollywood Rock turned face because he was facing that in that WrestleMania match with Hogan. That Hogan turned face at the end because they got jumped by NWO.
Right.
He was face during all that. He was face during Goldberg.
I think that wasn't face. I think that was just like you were saying.
Tweener. They are tweeners.
Yeah, but I feel like it was just because that was more heel than the other heel. But I don't makes him a face to me.
They are tweeners.
Right.
Maybe he was just a tweener during a lot of the time.
I've never seen him as a face. I've seen Stone Cold more as a face.
Yeah.
In his entirety of the career, who should have been heel. I feel like Stone Cold should have been heel more so than he has ever been.
He was too cool to boo.
And if you booed him, you were just gonna get beat up anyway. So what was the difference? He might have just like argued his way into being a face by accident. I'm not finna boot him, man.
And for the main event, you got to see William Goat Ospreay live. Not a lot of people. That was my first time seeing Ospreay live too. Like that was Ospreay is definitely different.
He's definitely athletic.
He be creating shit.
Yeah.
He's different.
I will say that and again, I'm not like a thoroughbred wrestling fan like I used to be, but I do enjoy the craft. No, he's incredibly athletic, incredibly fun to watch. Like I said, I just didn't want him to win because it was the day before the 4th of July. And I'm like, you're not going to have this British dude win the day before the 4th of July. I couldn't have that.
Yeah, but he also got dick tapped on his temple like 6 times.
I also wish you had a won. So
yeah, so the main event was for the international title. It was Will Ospreay versus Daniel Garcia. Mm-hmm. Danny Garcia put it on his mother's life that he was winning that title
from the jump of the show,
and then was presented an opportunity to cheat, and decided he did not love his mama enough. I'd have cheated for my mama. I'd have cheated for my mama, so I don't.
I almost want to find out if his mama's alive or not.
Yeah, she's alive.
Did she die after the match?
But he died after the match too. So
thankfully.
So after he, gangbanged bro in the face, he lost. He lost the match.
Yeah.
And then the dude who
MJF
won consoled him in the corner as he cried like a bitch.
Because his mama was dying. What do you think? You put a match on your mama's head and lost because you wanted the hip thrust in the man's face.
So yeah, he was distraught. Danny Garcia's had an amazing babyface story.
Yeah, no,
over the past year.
I appreciate what he was. I really was riding for him, honestly.
He definitely felt like he was going to be big for this company for the next several years.
Yeah.
Amazing talent. But boy, he ain't gonna be there for a couple weeks because that boy got murderized after.
Now, before you get too deep into it, I just want you to understand that right before that moment, you were just like, you love a lot of people that are over. And I think you don't.
You hate a lot of people that are over.
I hate everyone that is over.
Yeah.
I'm full, like, I love a good, I will say I love a heel.
Yeah.
But I do love, like, when the guy who's over, who shouldn't win in that moment, doesn't win for some odd reason. Because to me, that gives layers to the match. I don't want to watch a babyface win consistently. Because then I'm like, all right, but did you not
adversity?
I don't like the adversity bit, but I just like for it to be, some form of like he's human.
Yeah.
If he ain't human, if he's just winning, it's not fun to watch anymore. I need to see
but
you lose.
Ospreay was just coming off a big loss.
So maybe that's why. I didn't know that.
That was his first match. So the previous Sunday was Forbidden Door in Long Island, and he went up against Swerve, the world champion.
Oh, shit.
And he lost.
Okay.
That match got 5.5 stars. If I can find it, I'll send it to you. It was amazing. But yeah, MJF,
my boy,
went back heel, turned heel again after a couple weeks of being face.
I love it because I only knew very minor amounts about him being face, and that's why I'm just like, well, I can't ride with him no more because a baby face MJF makes no sense.
But it got so over. It was such a fun time. I swear it was. No. It was an amazing time.
Maybe for you. But it just don't work.
For everybody. Like, it was an amazing time. Like, nobody thought it was going to work, and then it did. Shout out to Adam Cole as well for his part in that.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Some people are just terrible people, and he plays such a great, terrible person. Yeah. And him beating the life out of a man. Yeah. Mind you, the show is pretty much over with. The show is over.
Yeah, no.
I don't even know if all of that got recorded.
Yeah, no, It was all recorded.
That's how bad it was. I'm just like, is he just doing this for the show?
No, AEW does overruns.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm just
they saw all that live.
Jesus Christ. I'm just like, good God. Like, how long is
he
for to beat him
And then showed him pushing a fan when he walked away.
Which was lovely. That's my kind of douchebag. Like, that's... And I hate to compare the two, but that's what I missed about like old Chris Jericho. Yeah. Was he was terrible all the way through. To the core, he was a terrible person. And that's why I started like MJF, because he was always terrible. Even down to when he was on Impractical Jokers. Terrible person. Yeah. And I'm like, thank you for
keeping it kayfabe
all the way through. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like he's the reason why I'm like, he could be the death of kayfabe for the simple fact that he was the character and always the character. The last person to do that was
Taker.
Macho Man.
Oh.
Macho Man was the last person to do it. Even Taker flip-flopped every once in a while. Macho Man was Macho Man from sun up to sundown, on TV, off TV, talk shows, cartoons. He was the Macho Man.
Shout out to, I forgot the name. Shout out to them keeping Macho Man alive. They just came out with a savage style Slim Jim. That's what I was thinking about.
Nice.
A savage size. Got his face on the box.
Got to.
It was amazing. It was good to see. But yeah, and then we saw Rampage. Rampage was cool. Couple matches.
Right. I like what's his name? Take a shitter.
That was probably the best match of all Rampage. So it was Takeshita and
Take a shitter.
which is hilarious because MJF already did that bit.
Did he?
Yes. Back when Takeshita was a face, he did. I'll show it to you.
That's incredible.
And Kyle Fletcher versus Private Party. I did not know who was gonna win that match. I was thoroughly entertained by a lot of that match.
I was thoroughly entertained by the crowd's commentary in that match. Because old boy behind us said, maybe they should go back to rapping. I don't even know.
Oh, yeah. He said they should stop wrestling and go rap. That shit was so funny because they was getting their ass kicked.
Which made me wonder, I'm like, do they even rap at all?
No.
That's hilarious.
No.
So that's something you expect out of a racist Hulk Hogan. And that was just another nigga behind us.
Yeah.
With his daughter or sister or something. Like, it was just him and the little kid.
Yeah.
And he roasted all of them thoroughly. And I'm just like, thank you for that, because I feel like I would have got flack for saying that. And I'm glad you said that for me.
I was like, I don't even remember how that match ended, but it was a power driver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got thoroughly beat. And it was beat like they should have been beat.
Yeah.
And then after that was the women's
Shout out
match.
to Takeshita. He's definitely one of the future as well. As well as Kyle Fletcher.
Yeah, oh boy, he looked like Shang Tsung. So I was with it as soon as I seen his face. I'm like, he's gonna be decent.
Unfortunately, he's also like wrestles for New Japan.
Oh.
So he's gonna be in the G1 this year.
Yeah.
So he probably won't be on for a couple weeks.
Terrible. But that's okay.
But hopefully he wins the G1. He
Yeah.
probably won't, but shout out to him. I would love for him to get a big push in one of these companies. He was beefing with John Moxley for a little bit.
Ooh, I would have loved to have seen a match between those two. I feel like that would have
I
been.
think I might be able to send it to you. I think they did have a match recently.
Okay.
But yeah, and then there was the main event of Rampage was the semifinal of the women's Owen Hart tournament. Hikaru Shida versus Mariah May.
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling about Mariah May? You didn't get the full. Okay, so let's start by how do you feel about Toni Storm?
Toni Storm.
Toni Storm was the lady in the robe. She's the women's world champion. Her she was like, she's her protege. Mariah May.
Oh yeah, the Marilyn Monroe lookalike.
Yes.
Right. She fine.
And
I've seen.
She wasn't in the full gimmick. She used to. So her gimmick, one of her gimmicks is, she dresses like OG Toni Storm.
Yeah.
So that's why like Toni Storm's OG Titantron played in music.
Right.
But yeah, that was probably one of the most funnest matches because we was going up.
The commentary was phenomenal.
Me and just some people in front of us was having the most unhinged chants, and the other people on the side was hating our unhinged chants. Like we was chanting, "This is awesome. This is wrestling. Women's wrestling."
Right. I think women's wrestling is what set him over.
Women's wrestling pissed him off.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Women's wrestling. Oh, we did Fight Forever chants.
Yeah, that's the one. That was the one.
Yes, the Fight Forever chant. I tried to get off a Meltzer 5-star chant, but they weren't fucking with me.
No, that
was too far.
You went too far. Even I knew that was too far. But what made it funny is when you went for the Fight Forever chant, and that's when everybody else was set off. That entire group.
Yeah, no. Oh, hell no. Stop lying to them people because they knew it was recorded.
Right. But what killed me was at that point, that's when I was like, and you cheer for Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah.
And he shut up immediately then. Like,
Word.
I didn't know that was going to be the line that shut it down. But I'm like, I'm not finna take.
Because he was embarrassed.
He should be. Because you chanted for Jeff Jarrett. And I don't know who that man was, although I did give him my podcast information. So if you're watching now, thank you for watching. But also, you should still be embarrassed for chanting Jeff Jarrett.
Right. We had them, when we was leaving out, I was like, y'all funny as hell.
So that was a different group. I caught up with the group that hated us.
Oh.
And then I was like, here's our podcast information, because you were still watching like Tony Khan run his mouth. And I was just like, okay. You came back. By the way, if you want to hate us in a different format, you can dislike us, but you got to listen first.
You got to get business cards with QR codes.
I have business cards. I just one day I didn't carry them. The one day I didn't carry the business cards, it was that day, and that was pretty dumb. Didn't wear no merch, nothing. I made a mistake multiple times over, but no, they got us. The people who thought we were funny are the only people that I had to give out information to.
But yeah, I had a blast. I always have a blast.
100%. No, I could tell.
When I go to AEW shows. I've only been to one WWE show, and that was Survivor Series. And that was fun. That was real fun. But yeah, how rate the experience 1 through 10? Your live experience.
I'll give you a better. Because I've been waiting to start pulling this bit off. I'm gonna give you Bob's final thoughts on the situation.
Okay.
So I implore everyone to go out in general. Anyway, in any form of fashion.
Touch grass regardless.
Touch grass has been like my 2024 theme for in general. Literally have a book that says touch grass, by the way.
I have an emote on Twitch that say touch grass.
That's good. That's very good. No, it's fine. But no, I implore people to go out to go as many events, get outside, get away from your computer, get away from from screens in general. Personally, I had fun, but I have fun at every event I go to, so that's neither here nor there. As a non-fan of wrestling, here's how I would say you would go into a wrestling event. If you have a friend that's, if you have a friend that's into wrestling and you're not, and you just want to go out and hang out, you might not like this paraphrasing, but I think this is the most accurate paraphrasing. It's like going to the circus at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. It's a circus. Mm-hmm. Just go out, suspend your belief for 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. Obviously, things are scripted in a sense of people won't get hurt profusely. And the ass beating that we watched was obviously a scripted ass beating. He was going to get his ass beaten bloodied. Mm-hmm. But you suspend your belief just a smidget, and it's fun to watch. It's just fun to watch.
I feel like anybody that watches reality TV cannot criticize wrestling.
I feel like anybody who watches...
It's the same level of script. It's more script on reality TV.
It's about as scripted as the NFL right now, I'll put it that way. And the NBA at this point. Mm-hmm. Honestly, all sports in general. Yeah. It's all scripted. So just have fun and go out and touch grass for a few minutes. Go hang out with the sweaty loner next door, because I guarantee you he's the one that's watching the shit too. And plus, it's just, I've always said it this way. It's fun to see people in their element, which is why I said, like, watching you be in your element was fun enough, and then I just got to shit talk. So I was fine with that from the get-go. As soon as I realized, we could just yell at them still? Cool. I'm going to do that the entire time.
Yeah, no. You pay your money to go yell what you want to yell.
Yeah, so that's what I'm there for. I'm there to shit on Chris Jericho, because even though I love Chris Jericho, you're too old, die.
Wow.
I thoroughly told Jeff Jarrett to die at least 4 times during his match.
He did.
So, like, I just have fun just being a douchebag. Again, even the people that were chanting that, what chants to the lady who talked about having a stroke. Whatever.
They paid their money.
They paid they same $20 like I paid my same $20. Like, tell that lady to go have a stroke. I'm cool with it. So, if you want to just be stupid for a half hour, go to a wrestling event.
Mercedes got a shut the F up chant.
I love it. I love it. She should have. She should have. While I was eating my chicken, I was having a ball, watching her sob story crash and burn. It was great.
So yeah, would you go to another wrestling show?
Yes, but here's the main reason why I wouldn't go. So I would like to not end it, but just say there's a big reason why I don't want to ever go to a wrestling match, because on TV it's so much easier to suspend your belief, but in person, it takes a little extra effort. So It takes the crowd and the chanting and all the extra stuff to start suspending your belief. But there's little things where I'm just like, the camera cutaways fix that. Mm-hmm. Watching guys, everybody dives out the ring. That's like so weirdly normal now, which I feel like kind of ruins it. But to see the guy stand up, prepare, and then stand up to catch the guy looks worse in person than it does on TV, because of the quick shot of tracking the guy running to jump out. Versus keeping your eyes on the guy that's outside of the ring. Yeah. Stuff like that. Watching people get dazed and confused and then stand up and catch a special move. You typically can watch the other guy, not watch the guy take his time to get up knowing that he's going to get hit again. Mm-hmm. So it's harder to suspend your belief in situations like that. Other than that, I also would like to see what's going on backstage. And we were just perfectly in a seat where it was harder to see backstage interaction.
You should go back and watch the main event, because the camera angle hit complete. Did he hit the finisher after he chose not to? After Danny chose not to cheat,
right?
The camera cut of Ospreay coming out of nowhere and murdering him,
right?
It's crazy.
So
with that elbow,
and I think that's part of it. That's why I don't. That's the only reason I don't want to be there. I feel like having those certain shots again,
and commentary,
right? Commentary and camera angles. It's a show. It's the circuits. It's an action film live. And seeing those camera angles extra, like, enhances the suspended belief a lot more. So, not that it was bad to watch live. It's just that's the reason why I'm like, I missed the camera angles. I miss being able to see backstage. And
That's valid.
it just felt a little different. So,
Also,
nothing wrong with it, though.
I don't know if this is AEW, if this is the Win Trust. They had like some timing issues with getting shit that was happening back screen up on the big Tron up top.
Jumbotron, yeah.
That was bothering me.
Yeah,
I was like,
I couldn't see. And it was bothering the hell out of me because I'm like, I want to see what's going on.
yeah.
And they just couldn't pull it off. So I'm like, I don't know if this is Win Trust. I'm going to blame the Win Trust because who
Blame
goes
the
to the
Win
Win
Trust.
Trust? Other than the Sky. And like, who watches the Sky either?
Shout out to
Let me-
Angel Reese.
Let me rephrase it. Who watches the Sky with seriousness? I feel like, I understand we're in a pandering world right now, but can we
Not
at
pandering
least...
world.
Yeah, the whole world's pandering.
And they have some of the best women's players right now. Angel Reese just went crazy. Shout out to her.
That's great. I don't believe that people actually care. I still, as a fan of basketball, I don't believe people truly care about the sport of women's basketball. I feel like we're just pandering hard.
The thing is, people got really, really, really into women's college basketball. But I don't think that they were ready for the commitment of, oh, these bitches finna graduate.
Right.
And now I gotta be a NWA fan. WNBA fan.
Right.
And yeah, no, I don't think that was the transition niggas was ready for.
No. And again, I'm not mad at it because I've done it a lot with college basketball.
I feel like you could make that for a long time, definitely the past like 2 or 3 years, you could argue that the college has been more exciting.
Across the board.
Yeah.
But for football, it's always been that way. Basketball has always been a 50-50. But to me, women's basketball, this is the first time, I'd say maybe the last 2 years, women's basketball was finally catching up to everything else. But college sports in general has always been where true fans of the sport lie. Okay. And then the major leagues are where like all of the casual fans can mingle with everybody else.
WWE. Gotcha.
No. Yeah, maybe. But I think it might be backwards. I think AEW might be more college.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's what I meant. WWE is the...
That's where everybody goes. The machine is a well-oiled machine. Yeah. Whereas college is just like, that guy's good, and you get to see him now, versus waiting another year. And sometimes I'm like, maybe we should just wait the other year. Because I've also been on the hype train of some players like Zion Williams in college. And it was like, this man is going to be great. And he makes it to the big stage. He's been anal sauce since he's been in the WNBA.
Did you, since we on basketball, did you hear that you saw Bronny got drafted
Bronny
to the Lakers?
Bronny has been drafted to the Lakers, which we all expected.
But did you see the announcement that went out yesterday?
Pertaining to what exactly? Because I've seen a few.
So he's not going to play for the Lakers next season.
No, he's playing for
South Bay Lakers.
South Bay.
That tickled me. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, no, because I think it was more so, it was funny for me because, again, I'm in the NBA world a little bit, so everybody was already like hyping up.
Oh, yeah, they're going to play together. Oh,
all this stuff.
My favorite tweet was that first lob from Bron to Bronny go hit like crack in 74. Yeah, good luck. Wait till next year, man.
Another year, man. Another year. I mean, even RDC was quick. They were quick on the trigger. And all of it got shut down. No Bronny. No James this year.
No, sir.
So amongst that, I don't know if you care too much about the NBA, but I have been having a field day with the NBA this offseason. Trades have been nuts. James Harden getting moved back to the Clippers.
Klay Thompson left.
Klay Thompson is done with
crazy. Yeah. That blew minds. I'm not gonna lie.
Real crazy. I was not expecting. I thought he was gonna retire.
DeMar DeRozan might leave. He might go to.
He is going.
Spurs.
He's definitely going back to the Spurs, which I hope so. But my favorite of all the trade information was my boy Zach LaVine not being wanted by another team. They tried to trade this man, and they couldn't get him out of here.
Why you gotta do this to the crib?
He's terrible.
But it's the crib. Why you gotta do it? You ain't gotta say it, though. No, it's the crib.
He's terrible.
We're from here. You don't have to do this.
Because he's overpaid.
You don't have to shit on the Bulls. It's okay.
We could use that money towards anybody else.
And if we had the money, we'd fuck it up. So why?
True. But we could fuck it up with somebody else other than somebody who hasn't played. He ain't played in like 3 years.
No, Let him go. That's the other dude.
Ball too.
That's the ball.
Both of them niggas ain't played. Let them both
Zach
go.
Levine
Zach
was
Levine.
playing? He was playing.
He's been hurt.
Wow.
He has been hurt. And I would love for us to get rid of him. I say we should have got rid of him right before he got hurt. It was literally the moment right before he got hurt. I'm like, now would be a good time to get rid of him. His trade aspects are still kind of decently high. We should just move him now. When he was already hurt, we could still trade him. And I'm like, let's trade him now and then just sell him. Let's just sell him on the come up. But nah, we waited. We waited and waited and waited. And then we waited till he got some shots off in practice so people could see how terrible he was. Don't nobody want him. That is the first trade in history I've ever heard of they couldn't move a man.
You want to know what era? I mean, clearly Derrick Rose getting hurt. But you know what era of the Bulls really hurt me as well?
I mean, that should be the only other one.
After Derrick got hurt is when we landed with 3 pretty goddamn good point guards and did nothing with any of them.
No.
We had Rip Hamilton, we had Nate Robinson, and we had DJ Augustine.
All right, so I can finally, I'm glad you brought that up because nobody's brought that up so I can dispel that entirely. I got you. We can end on this then. How about that? Rip is a bitch player at that point. I'm sorry.
Because he had the face mask on?
No, he's a great 6-man. He's always been a great 6-man.
I thought you said bitch player.
No.
I was like, damn, wait.
No, he's a bench. He's a 6-man.
Okay.
He's a great 6-man. We shouldn't have been starting him, and we were starting him. So that was bad move number 1. Great coming off the bench when you just need a quick push. He'll give you a solid 15 to 20 if you really put him around a good set of bench players. We were pushing him way too hard. Absolutely not. Nate shouldn't have been in the league as long as he was.
Wow.
We were clowning, thinking that he was as good. He was a solid player.
I like Nate.
I like Nate too, but he's a nice role-ish kind of player.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, he's good to give you a burst of energy, run the break every once in a while. Again, I feel like solid 6-man. If he's starting around great big man, like when it was him and Nene, solid. We had no piece like that. Yeah. We were running it with Joakim. It wasn't going to work. I'm sorry.
I might be the most down on Joakim Noah as any Chicagoan.
I love Joakim, but it was just, he wasn't the guy. He was never the guy that we needed him to be.
No.
So you got to pair Nate with a great or a solid big power forward or center. We did not have that.
No, we had Taj Gibson.
We had Taj. I think we had just got rid of Booze.
We got, thank Christ.
So
that might be my most hated Bulls.
True.
I hate that so much.
And then I think we still
we
didn't even have Luol Deng at that point when we had Nate. So we had nobody really around him.
That might have been Luol's last year with us.
Right. So we didn't have somebody to pair up with him at all. So Nate had no chance, and people put too much faith in Nate.
Okay.
Again, he got knocked out and turned into a logo in a boxing match.
And you weren't messing with DJ Augustine either?
DJ Augustine has always been overrated. I don't believe anybody really watched DJ Augustine in a game. Watching DJ highlights is fun and great to see him in highlight form, but watching him produce in a game is completely different, and a man didn't have it.
I feel like we had Michael Carter Williams for a cup of coffee, and then he left. I don't know what happened.
You know why? Because he realized, I always said there's something in the Chicago area that makes you suck a little more than you should, and that's what it was. And I feel like that's kind of what happened with DJ. DJ's solid, but DJ needs somebody the fuck else. And again, he ain't leading the team. Okay. The team was led by, when we were at our best, by Jimmy, Derek, and Kurt Heinrich.
Yes.
Now, you want to talk
Kurt
about...
Heinrich might be my favorite white boy. I'm not going to lie. He was going crazy for us.
He was.
Kirk Heinrich might have been team captain as my favorite year of the Bulls.
He might have been. I love Kurt Heinrich. Because he was the only one to dog LeBron consistently.
I used to go crazy with him on 2K.
Same here. He was one of my like draft picks every once in a while.
Kirk Heinrich, if you watching,
I believe he
your
would
boy.
Yeah,
please.
no, Kurt,
I would love to talk to you.
Kurt is sick. Kurt is probably one of the greatest overlooked point guards of all time. Because you want to talk about a white dude with dog in him? It was
dog,
him. 100%. I don't know if he's my favorite white boy in the league. No, because that goes to my boy, Danilo Gallinari, the Italian.
Gallinari was a dog.
He is still a dog. I don't care what anybody tell you. That boy, As much as we love Cal Corver in this city, I take everything we've ever said about Cal Corver and you translate that shit right over to Danilo Gallinari. Keep that white boy in the corner. He is deadly. Yeah. That man couldn't miss for shit sometimes. I'm just like, God damn it, Danilo. Yeah. Danilo over there. Yeah. Talking about great picks in 2K. I used to piss people off with Danilo Gallinari. Because not only did he have great jump shot skills, but the boy could drive. He could dunk if he tried. Yeah. He could dunk. And when he did, it'll shock you. Yeah. It'll shock you. Boy, Danilo. Danilo! My boy Gallinari. I love him. Something serious. Corver is another one. Yeah. But, no. Danilo.
Kyle ain't had that dog in him.
No, he didn't. And he just wouldn't stay his punk ass in the corner. Like, I'm racist when it comes to basketball if you haven't caught that. White boys stay in the corner. That's your spot. Just stay on the 3-point line. You killing it out there. And then if you're spicy with it, hit them with a quick pump fake and then drive. But stay your ass outside. I need every big man on this earth, every big dark nigga to stay in the bench. Stop shooting threes. I was 100% on Stephen A. Smith when it came to Chris Bosh. If you don't get your big ass off the 3-point line and take your ass to the hole, pretty please, with sugar on top. Like, stay your ass away from that 3-point line. If you miss another shot, I'm going to smack you. Yeah. I, to this day, want to smack Chris Bosh. I don't even like LeBron and them that much, but the amount of rings they could have had if Bosh had stayed his last in the paint. That's all he had to do. Stay in the paint. My favorite big man in the era was Serge Ibaka because he stayed his big ass in the paint. He couldn't do shit else, but he stayed his big ass in the paint.
Shout out to the 2016 Thunder.
Killers. Straight killers. Shout out to Kevin Durant on the way out. Shout out to Kevin Durant for still not Rogaine. Like, it's out there, dude. Like, you got money. Fix that ball spot. And on that note, that's been an episode of Nonsense. Buy a shirt, buy a hat or a cup, one of these nice little chains. Stop by.
You can do all that at www.fnentertainment.com.
Watch us on YouTube, Spreaker.
Please.
Listen on Spreaker. Amazon Music. I forgot where
Apple Podcasts.
Keep forgetting Amazon Music. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. But Spreaker's the home of the podcast. Listen there. And on that note, we'll catch you next episode.